So yesterday, what do you feel? What kind of changes you want to make in your education? I think everybody are already told that you achieved 3 points or 4 points on out of 7. So yesterday, what is anybody can say? What is your decision that from tomorrow onwards I have to think, I have to change this area, or I have to think about this on my education? Anybody made any decision or decided to change?
More on emotional and mental levels, not like we are already doing pretty good in the academic area, but we don't really focus a lot on emotional developments or mental development. So I'd like to focus a bit more on those areas.
Like to add so that education that you feel that that's very lacking in our education, so you are planning to add on it, so how to improve that area? Very good Meenakshi. That anybody?
Yeah, also like development of skills, right? Today's education is only focusing on academics, as we say, but there's no a specific person wants to do something specific in their own wish, right? So we need a system for developing their own skill on their wish, their specific wish. So if the education focuses on one's own interest, it would be nice.
Now today let's go through the what we, because the similar one, because like education we everybody knows and so familiar word, so we didn't, as Meenakshi said, that we never gone through it. The similar word learning is so an even bored word, no? Everybody say, the parents say why you are not learning, teachers say why you are not learning, so this is a very bore word. It is more than education, it's a very we never wants to explore it, is it? Okay, now we will see what it is, huh? So I'm just reminding you that yesterday's 7 points. And if you want to be a good citizen, still we want to learn something. How we can be like that. So that is a very important. So as Meenakshi said that if she wants to develop her emotional development. So we need to learn that also, how to do this all, and critical thinking as how to we can be a critical thinker and life and learning, and ultimately then know the world, let them know the world. So lot of learning is because knowing the world means personally, socially, and environment, so all aspect comes under that one. So everything you can see, learning is more important. So we must know what is learning and how need to go in detail. Okay, so as usual, he start asking what is learning. Now they are going to discuss regarding it. So Sonu come with a quotes of Albert Einstein. I think everybody know him because he's so familiar. And Albert Einstein says that learning is a natural phenomena, and which is natural to all organisms, including both human and animals. That also, I think everybody knows that, because every organism is learning, every animal, every if you see some any birds or animals, anything you can see, everything is learning, is it? I think nobody have doubt on it. Not only human, all animals are learning. Once you stop learning, you start dying. That what he says that, and is very clear, no, in every adaptability, even any animals or plants, whatever it, they want to learn to adapt to the every situation is coming. Now we are also going through such a great phase like coronavirus, and we also learn currently, now we learn to overcome it by doing vaccination and taking precaution and everything. So we are learning on it how to come out of this great big challenge in front of us. So if you never learn it, then definitely we cannot go forward. So it is also very important on. So this is one of the best example of that. Albert Einstein says that if you stop learning, start dying. Okay, so that is a very important thing. And when we take the various psychologists and educationists have defined this concept, what is learning? So some define it as a process and some as a change in performance. A process we can think change in performance. Can you follow it? Because when we learn something, if you learn to speak, my performance will change. If I learn to dress properly, my performance will change. So, so somebody has defined it as an output. Is it the output of the learning? So he made it like that. And some define learning as an acquisition and retention of knowledge. This also is another version of is acquisition. Acquisition means still, as we yesterday talked, it is not something is talking, it is taking. Is it? We are taking it, acquiring it. That is also, so some define learning as an acquisition. So in simple word, we can say it is a natural process. Eh? Everybody, see, if you take a small child and the child is very naturally acquiring skill, is it? To first crawling and again to stand up and to walk and to talk. Everything happens very naturally. No kind of process is it? But there is a natural process is going on. At the same time, it is an acquisition of knowledge too. Is it? We can say we are taking after in some level we are taking it as a knowledge, right? So eh, now the questions come. So what is knowledge? Is it? Let's see what is knowledge. Knowledge means theoretical or practical cognitive understanding of a topic. Theoretical means whatever we learn from theories and everything. So practical is how we do things, and cognitive understanding means cognitive. The meaning of cognitive means understanding the process of thought or thinking, or it is a natural happening. Sometimes, if you say okay, mechanical, a boy who is learning as a mechanic from a childhood in a mechanic shop, he will learn lot of things very naturally. So, like that, any carpentry, some a lot of other techniques, even we can say it's a cycling. Everything is in a cognitive understanding. It's very naturally we are learning it, and we cannot define it, but it's happening. That is a cognitive style of learning. So this everything is we can say, but still it is a knowledge. If it cannot be reproduced, but it is a knowledge. So if, anyway we can say, but still we want to know the character of the knowledge because everybody misunderstand that information and knowledge. What is the difference between? Because if somebody feels that if you read a textbook and memorize something, it feels that it's our knowledge. No. Do you think so? If you a teacher say something and you memorize it and reproduce in your paper, I mean answer paper, is it a knowledge? No, no, it is not our knowledge. Knowledge is a capacity. The character of this capacity, knowledge is it is discovered. What is means by discovered? So if you take a theory of Newton law, see if you not Newton law, we can very easily memorize it and reproduce it. Is it? But nothing on it. But when you feel that a feeling at every action there is a equal and opposite. When you go on through it, when you have to experiment it, or if you feel it, you will understand. So it is rediscovery. Yeah, that is right. That is right. See, that clicking is discovery. And again, I will rediscover it. I will try it in some other thing, in some other kind of experiment. then again I rediscover it, maybe confirm it. The same thing and the same, so that become your knowledge, and that knowledge is a multi-perspective, is it? So it is not in a single line. See, if you take it as a single line, every action there is an equal and opposite reaction. That is a single perspective, nothing extra on it. But when you apply or when you try to experiment it in various level, you will understand in different levels. Is it? So again, you question in multiple level, and it will never end. If it isn't, it become your knowledge. Again, you will start doubting, and you will start again questioning it. So once it become your knowledge, you will not stop there. You will again start questioning on it. Again, you will analyze it. Again, you will interpret it continuously. Huh? And you will define it. Oh, so this is what Newton said. Huh? So your knowledge will start realizing it, but still again redefine, continue. We will redefine it in different ways. Somebody wants to know it. So I will tell you the example. Even this, I got a chance on presenting a small discussion with the first year engineering students last 10, 15 years back. So I asked them this question. You everybody knows this yo-yo, no? A toy. Everybody knows it, no? Yo-yo toy. Huh?
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
With a small wheel will be there, and the toy will bind it on and put it down. It will come down and go back. Is it? Everybody knows that. So I put this in front of the first year engineering students or some few children in a discussion. I asked them, "Can you tell me the principle of this yo-yo?" But only very majority say no, what is the principle of it, and finally I told them, okay, this is a part of Newton law. So somebody will suddenly start telling that, oh, it is a third law. It's an equally there is an action and opposite reaction, is it? So it is coming down and an opposite reaction going back. See how much problem in this, because physically they see this, they never process in this. So it is actually, it is first law of inertia, continuing this process, and you can check it what is it law and all other things. But only I think one or two children, I mean children told it is a law, first law. So why? Because it's not processed in their mind, and that not become their knowledge. It's just a information. So this is what the knowledge should process. So does knowledge have any relationship with the process of learning? Yeah. Yes. We can see the characters of knowledge in the process of learning. See, the same thing is happening in learning also, discovering, experimenting, observing, thinking, and questioning. These are all the process of learning. Even in a school, can you think like that? When you heard something, will you go for to rediscover, or will you go for experiment? Will you go again observe on it? Will you think and question on it, start questioning on it? No, no. We never go through it. Just listen it and record it in notebook and in our brain. See? So the learning, the major process of learning happens in this all discovering, experimenting, observing, thinking, even in knowledge also. So the relationship between the knowledge and learning is, that is very important. Don't means very clearly listen. Knowledge is leading to learning, and learning is leading to knowledge. Both are simultaneously working on it. Do you know how? If you want to if you start learning about a thing, suppose same thing, we can use it as a Newton's law. So it become your knowledge, the process. But again, what the doubt will come on it, again you will go for the knowledge, learning. So that knowledge of I don't know, that's a question that again is leading to the learning. Again, that learning will put a new kind of knowledge. Again, this process can apply in some other. That knowledge will say, oh, this principle can apply in some other thing. Is it? So again, we'll go for learning how to do that thing. Again, that contribute to knowledge. So this is a continuous process. This will never end. Knowledge and learning, learning and knowledge will never end. This will continue in this process. Okay, here, but still have a question here. If I don't have any interest, then I don't have to discover anything. I don't have to question. I don't have to think. See, this is what happening in our school also. No, we don't have any interest, so we never will go for the discovery. We will never question it. So we will never think on it. So that like motto asked that, then how the process of learning happens. We will never think, never question. So how this will happen? So you're asking how and when learning is happening. So yeah, let's go. Anybody? No. Okay. So the prime factor of learning is curiosity. Curiosity is pulling us to ask something, see something like all others. But here the motto asks, what about the necessity will lead to learn? Yeah, necessity is another factor, because when you go to, suppose when you go to Bombay, you may not be interested in Hindi, learning Hindi language, but that is a necessity. Now you have to learn Hindi language. So, but still, what will happen? First, the necessity comes, but after necessity, the curiosity is there. So, how I can talk? So, I need to say 50 rupees. So, the curiosity comes, how I will say 50. What is the Hindi word of 50? Rupees. What is the word of rupees? So, the question will come in our, and automatically this curiosity leads us to learning. So the prime factor is curiosity, but necessity is also the similar factor. Lot of things we learn from necessity. Okay, but the second factor, it will necessity will lead to the curiosity also. Yes, I understand that curiosity comes from necessity. That he agreed to that. But when does the curiosity come directly? If there is no necessity, that means we will not learn. Huh? There is no necessity, then we will not learn. No, so the curiosity, that time the curiosity can come directly. So curiosity comes from two factors, that is environment factor and genetical factor, right? So we will go to the what is environment. So this is an environment factor. Environment factor is lot of environment factors. I put some few. When you found some object, a totally new for it, so the normal curiosity will come. What is that object? How it is used? See, lot of other things will come. When you see an event, when you see an event, then again the curiosity come. Why it happened? Why it is so? Lot of things will come. And technology also, when you see some technology, you have the curiosity to know what it is. When you see a place, again the curiosity will come. And any kind of natural phenomena or man-made phenomena, whatever it, suppose tsunami comes, so natural questions will come now. Why the tsunami come? So the environment, lot of environment factors will put you full into your curiosity, and you will start learning. Okay, but how I mean the genetical interest, huh? The environment factors is right, but what about the genetical interest? For that, we need to explore the theory of multiple intelligence of Howard Gardner. And I like to ask you, anybody gone through it? Because I found maybe in GrainEd class this had been gone through the multiple intelligence. Anybody gone through it? Anybody? or anybody heard about it?
Yes.
No, sir.
No. Okay, fine. Let's go to it. Because Howard Gardner has developed the multiple intelligence, so he's explaining what is intelligence. Multiple intelligence is not still explained it is as a genetical or is an environment. Both factors are influencing the multiple intelligence, but majority is a genetical factor, we can say. That is musical, rhythmic and harmonic, and visual and partial, spatial and verbal, linguistic, logical and mathematical. I will explain one by one. Body kinesthetic, interpersonal, intrapersonal, naturalistic, and existential. Initially, he developed 7 intelligence. Later on, he added this naturalistic and existential. So one by one, we will go very fastly. And this is a musical and rhythmic harmonic interest. The area of intelligence is sensitive to the sound and rhythm and tone of music. We everybody knows we have this kind of intelligence that we can connect this very fastly, the sound and rhythm, tone and everything. So if those are connecting, we like music, but some people are more interesting on very in depth of it. So they have the capacity in musical intelligence and rhythmic and harmonic. Every rhythm they can follow the rhythm and everything. Everybody have, but the level is different. Level will be different. And sorry, I like to remember you all when we are going through it, check yourself. What is the level in your of each and every level? Just check yourself what is in your level. And second one is visual and spatial intelligence. This is the intelligence area that you can judge everything very, if you need visual sense and spatial intelligence. That means when you go somewhere very fastly, we can recognize the space and everything. For example, I will spatial level. Mm, uh, you can see somebody, everything. If you say something, they cannot understand very. If you okay, I will take a road. If you want to talk about road, some people will draw yourself. Take a map and draw it very clearly. See, this is the way. This is the way you have to go. So somebody can say only that way. So that is the spatial level. They understand like this. Okay, so that is a visual and spatial intelligence, and everything can learn from visual level. Even if teacher talk, you may not be understand. If you see a video, you will understand in a visual level very fastly. So visual sense. Somebody we can say when you go somewhere, we will get a very clear idea of location, space, and everything. How much space will be there, and in another word, we can say in a mathematically, geometry will be the very interesting subject of that person who are their intelligence is in this area. Who are weak in this, they will be weak in geometry. So that's a good example which you can assert. And verbal and linguistic. This is everybody knows that when somebody has an extra capacity to say everything very beautifully, okay, and even listening also, more than a video, somebody can read something and understand very fastly, and somebody can hear something and understand fastly. They may not be interested in drawing or anything, but they are interested in text writing, a lot of other things, words, and they also can say things very beautifully. They can use the words very beautifully. So basically language, who are more focused on language, that they have the capacity of verbal linguistic intelligence that will be high. And another one is logical and mathematical. So it's very easy, and reasoning capacity, number, critical thinking will be very high, and logical thinking will be high. A scientific and mathematical thinking, so they will be very sharp on calculations and the logical level and scientific thoughts. Everything will be very high in the logical and mathematical skill. And this is broadly kinesthetic. So this is with the capacity have in the sports, very effectively sports and dance and everything they will be. And we are also using, when we talk, we are using hand and even body and face and everything. So that is another reason of this thing. And they can very fastly see, you can see it's very fastly that people can take the and even an artist, and that means an actor can do very, because they can express their feeling with body, not from sound, not from music, but they can express things very beautifully with body, with hand, body, face and everything. They can do it. And somebody have interpersonal uh, intelligence, they can very beautifully relate with the other, and they will be so sensitive with other people, and they can express their feeling, relationship, everything, so that they have a lot of friends. They are interested in groups and work and cooperate. There will be no conflict. They will cooperate and work very, and can motivate others. So such kind of intelligence is interpersonal relation, intelligence. This is intrapersonal intelligence. This area is intrapersonal, is internally. So we very clearly, people, that those kind of people can very clearly understand their emotion, their anger and everything. They can understand very clearly what they are. uh, Majority don't have the capacity actually what is me and what my feeling, what is my weakness, what is my strength. So this kind of people is very clear about what is me and what is my strength, what is my weakness. Those who are having that intrapersonal intelligence, they can say it very clearly. So this is the seven intelligence Gardner has explained. Later on, he added this naturalistic. He found that people are so connected with the nature, flora and fauna, and farming, biological. So they are more interested in biological science, and they are more interested in farming, natural and naturalist, and they will become a more naturalist and such kind of thing. People are so passionate with the nature. That is another this naturalistic intelligence is coming. And this is the final one he added, is existential. This is so sensitive about the philosophy of life, and they are so keen on knowing about the reality, the truth of life, the truth, the philosophy. They will be more focused on philosophy. So to understand what is death, what is life, and lot of other things, they are very much aware about this kind of thing. So this is a major nine elements of what they did. So again, things are happening, but before that, I like to a small. Are you clear about the nine parts of this intelligence? If you have any doubt on this on area, if you can ask, you can ask in this time. Okay, what is intelligence? That is simply a capacity to on those area, because it is very contradictory. I mean, not contradictory. A lot of definitions are there on intelligence. So, but as usual, the purpose like that, we can say that in a similar way, that you have the capacity to logical and mathematical. You have the capacity. That is basically intelligence. We cannot make, it is already inbuilt in you. At small skill level, we can support it and make it a small changes, growth, come, it can grow little, or that's all. But intelligence is actually inbuilt. Uh, uh, this is what the when you go through this nine intelligence, this is all what majority, it may be vary. Somebody maybe nine, seven or nine will be in one, but it may vary, depends upon, or if somebody have three or four or five, and even though it may vary. So intelligence is not, and another word we can say, somebody is studying well, we say this is an intelligent boy or intelligent girl. So we cannot say that it as an intelligent. Intelligent is a very logical thinking capacity, or it is all kind of capacity, not only logical. Sorry, this all capacity. Uh, uh, those who have been, that we can say as an intelligence. So uh, it will work in all level, multiple level, like knowledge. We described about the knowledge. It can think in all level. We can a critical think in that level. There may be in critical thinking, a lot of other aspects will be there. So that is better way to understand intelligence, I think, when we go to the definition or something like that. But I can say only one thing, that intelligence is not a studying capacity. Intelligence is inbuilt. Okay, I think is it okay, or you need more explanation on intelligence? No. Right. Anybody else? Do you have any confusion on this multiple intelligence?
So
And
will the
anybody can.
amount
Yeah.
of certain intelligence in us change during different life situations? Will it
Yeah,
change?
definitely. It will create a small changes in the life situation. Intelligence will, as a gardener and everybody says that there will be change in. I mean, but that also you cannot consciously cannot do it. It will happen on based on the and your what is inside of you, and based on the environment it will change. That's why this is not, it is in a conflict. And initially I was told that that multiple intelligence is, in one word they say that it is as a innate. Innate means I mean, when we born it come with us. Another, the research says that it has been making changes, and after the environment still debate is going on, because somebody says that environment is not influencing. Actually, the intelligence is within you, it is not exposed, but the environment comes, it is exposed and it is coming out. So this is a majority people talking about, like, I mean, majority of the researchers is talking that multiple intelligence like that, but still it is not proved. It is because of the environment, or it is already. I think you understand is 2 points. One is, I will tell you very slowly because I feel that I'm going fast. um, One is intelligence, which is already in you, but it is not exposed. The moment it is exposed, it will start flowering. It will come start acting on it. So it is actually innate intelligence. But some others says that it is very weak in you, but when you expose to that, it is coming out. See, these two kind of school of thoughts are there in multiple intelligence, regarding multiple intelligence, but majority support on innate character, intelligence innate character. But you can, based on the environment, it will go up or it will come down. Sometimes, if you are not exposed, your intelligence may be. Sometimes you have a good singer or something. If you are not exposed, you not be, it will not know, even you don't know that you have that capacity. So lot of incidents, a lot of things are happening like this. So the thing is, the major area, the 7 or 9 intelligence, you have to record this in 9 intelligence, and I suggest that you can check it in all your process. You can check it what kind of intelligence is actually you have. It will work. You can see it is working. It will work very smoothly. So you can know that okay, this intelligence, I have this kind of intelligence. So you can see the critical thinking. This all things will happen. Now, entire world education in the sector of education, based on this, people are thinking about to develop intelligence, but I don't know how much it is possible, and I'm not such an educator, but I feel that everybody have, and you can grow that once you understand that what is your intelligence in your area, you can know that. Okay, right? Thank you. Anybody? So don't forget this 9 intelligence, and check in every of your action. Check what are the combination you have, but different combinations will be there. See, I will tell you an example. Uh, Suppose I will take my son Tarun itself. Tarun, I think he's here, and he's actually draw very beautifully, and that means he's not actually a person who are interested in art, but the factor is his intelligence is in visual and spatial intelligence. So, and linguistic intelligence is little bit low, even for me also. The same thing I also experience this thing. So he will express everything in drawing. So this drawing is why his capacity on drawing is because his capacity or this intelligence is more on visual and spatial intelligence. So that's why he is using drawing for that. So similar way we can also observe our capacities. Okay, right. Okay, I'm coming back. Now my learning happens based on my interest, and what about the other topics? This is the same question I think you everybody may think about it. So the learner starts the process based on her or his or her curiosity, but eventually the learner learns the connectivity all topics and its needs. So learning is a process. Once we understand it, our brain understand the process, automatically it will understand the connectivity of other subject, and the curiosity on the other subject will happen very naturally. I explained about it. Knowledge will connect. I mean, curiosity will connect. That means learning will connect to the knowledge, and knowledge again will connect the curiosity and learning. I think you are clear about it. Are you clear about it? This is very important. Once we are connected with, or I will tell you the example when you when somebody is connected with the yeah, again biology. See, with the biology, when you start learning biology, you will understand the process. When you go deeper, you will understand in biology. Your knowledge on biology will put you to understand that. See, all processes is a chemical, the organic chemistry he will understand, and that knowledge will put you to learn chemistry. Initially he may not be not be interested in chemistry, but what happened, the curiosity will lead into chemistry. So by understanding the chemistry and biology, a lot of process is happening on body, and that is physical movements and everything. So naturally it will lead to the understanding of physics, and a lot of calculation will come automatically. So the curiosity will come how to calculate. So mathematical connectivity will come. Again, you have to think every biological aspect based on the geographical location and everything. So automatically the geography will come. See, lot of things will connect automatically. So once you start become a learner, your the process, the brain understand the process of learning, and automatically it will, a learner will reborn in you, and it will start learning. So, do you have any clarity? Once you start learning a topic based on your interest, it automatically moves on. Okay, right. Now, okay, I think 15 minutes more. Okay. Now we are going a little bit on the physiology of learning and memory. So this is also very important. Please note this point. This is a perception, perception. So you have the perception. Every we already discussed learning. We have already having a perception. It is so bored and so hate. We hate this learning and everything. So what will happen? This perception will close all kind of curiosity, all kind of search and everything. So the brain differentiates the perception that must be proceed during the learning process according to relevance. See, if you, the relevance will come first. Huh? Is it relevant to learn? So the perception will decide it is relevant. I want to learn or not. So if somebody is interested in biology only or social science only, they may be not interested in chemistry. So automatically my perception will block. So, but if I change it, automatically the relevance comes. And value of new knowledge. If you're not value in this knowledge, you will not learn. Your brain will not allow to put inside. If you don't feel any significance on it, the brain will not allow. If you don't feel any meaningfulness on it, brain will not allow. So the brain will store all the experience, and brain will differentiate it, and brain will decide whether you should take it or not. So perception is very important. So based on this perception, if you feel okay, I'm ready, then a formation of new synapse will start. That is a, I think there was a, regarding this synapse and connectivity, in GrainEd, there was a class, I forget his name. Uh, there was,
Rajiv. Rajiv.
yeah, Dr. Rajiv, yeah, exactly. Dr. Rajiv is conducting a beautiful. Even I also attended that class. It was so beautiful and give me a lot of insight on that class. If anybody, if he suggested a class, don't miss it. It's really interesting. You will get very detailed about this kind of thing. So from that I start. From that class, actually, I start exploring regarding this connectivity of synapse. This, and when you're so young, I mean that means in a when a child, when you are a child, lot of knowledge will create new synapse, new connectivity on your brain. So it will start new things, and it also create new synapse, and also it start connecting existing synapse, start creating new connections on existing synapse. So the ability of this brain to form and improve this connectivity are neuroplasticity. We call it as a neuroplasticity. This neuroplasticity will decrease when you become older and older and older, when we become more older. But there is another studies also says when you continuously in the process of connectivity, it will not come back. Means it will not down. It will continuously in the process. So normally we are when we become older, we will stop this creating new connection. We are so conformed, like you said that education and learning, you are not thinking. No, similar way we will conform with a lot of when we become adult, we will conform with a lot, and we will not connect. So the continuous connection will continue here, new kind of synapse, and it will create new things in your brain. And There is a process of learning, formation of in the learning and formation, the deformation, formation and deformation inside the brain will happen. The process of learning, and this happens in four category. Is the learning changes in brain is classified into expanding, tuning, reconstruction, and pruning. And we'll go one by one. Expanding means improving the number and strength of neuronic connection between your existing network. Already there is a network. Already you knew about it. So automatically the new information will create a connection between. Oh, okay. Oh, I learned this day, and I heard about this day. Oh, I can get connection. See, the brain will start connecting with the previous one and new one. The kind of connection will uh, doing it. And another one is tuning and describing the process of creating new connection. Describe reconstruction and relearning take place. When you are relearning take place, the tuning will happen. It creating new connection. And earlier with expansion is creating. Mean it is expanding new existing one and new one. And tuning is creating a new connection. Already it was not, and now it's creating new connection. And reconstruction is also happening. In this time, pre-existing learning achievements are replaced by new one that is better for the respective task. So we will say, okay, today we are cutting in this way. Now we learned a new way. So, and that will from next day onwards, the cutting will be a new style. If you're cutting a vegetable or something like that, you will start learning. Oh, this is the best way to cut. So that will create a previous cutting will not continue. It will tune it to the new way. So it will create a new kind of thing. And that is pruning. Pruning is not actually majority will not happen, but still it is happen. Chances of to happen during this process. Connection can be changed in such a way that it cannot be activated anymore. So that's why in education and learning, everybody says that uh, don't in a wrong way. Sometimes wrong way will totally create problem for your previous one, and it will not come back. So some kind of pruning will happen in our brain. It is rarely happen, but we can find some cases like that. It will not re-establish. Very difficult to re-establish it. So leave that pruning. We don't. I just say that leave that other. We just can consider other three only. So I like to come into the conclusion that uh, perception is very important first. How if you say something I know, then it is over. You cannot further. You cannot go. And I don't know. Oh, I don't know. That's all. I don't know. I don't want to go. I don't know. But if I want to know, then this changes. So the brain will be ready. Oh, so the new connection is going to come. So I'm ready to get that new connection. So brain will be ready to get them. So the part of the formation of new synapse and the improvement of already existing synapse connections, this will all happen when you are ready to know. If you want to know, things will come start. And based on this, expansion and tuning and reconstruction will happen based on this all. And finally, I will tell you one thing on regarding learning. It is very important because from age old system we learn as suppose today I'm learning again. I'm taking the example as a Newton 3 law. I learned Newton's 3 law, and again I repeated and repeated and repeated. So check what will happen in your brain. Nothing. Only one synapse. We can say it's as a one synapse. Okay, it connected. Okay, new information. Okay, connected. That's all. Nothing is happening. But what will happen when after a few days again you move to that knowledge and again you create a new one? It will create a new synapse and it will connect your existing knowledge on this Newton law, it will start new connections. So learning repeatedly is not going to create any new synapse again and again and again. But when you expand your knowledge further and further, new synapse will start connecting. So it is live in all levels because it cannot take it out. I will tell you in another example. There is lot of if you have a problem in your mind, you can take it a problem in your mind. Every day you will create that problem in various level of thought on that problem, and you create a mess on your brain. Lot of day you will think the same problem in different level. So each and every time you're thinking that problem, new synapses happening in your brain. So what will happen? It will not go away. It created lot of things and created. So that's why when you create a problem, if you think as you normally people say, when you are thinking more and more and more and same problem, it will start growing. Education is also same way. The learning is also happening in the same way. If you, if you take a topic, if you take photosynthesis, learn what is photosynthesis. The next day, go inside of it. Next day, go again inside of it. Don't remember again what is photosynthesis, what is chlorophyll. Don't want to remember. Again, go inside of it. What is in chlorophyll? Go inside of it. So automatically the links will come, and you will start remembering every time you are re-establishing it. That in recurringly the knowledge will put into your mind. So don't repeat. Recurring is important in learning. So I like to stop here. And if you have any doubt, you can ask. So finally I come to the point which I think Vinayak had told me yesterday, that I'm studying in 10th, so what should I get any new things of learning? So I suggest Vinayak to learn such a way which go deeper and deeper and deeper. You will forget, you will remember all previous path very automatically. You not to remember again and again and again. Okay, now
So
you
I have
can.
a doubt. Uh,
Yeah.
if the in you told about multiple intelligence, right? So if can there be a case where a person does not have any of these things? Can there be a case like that?
See, I already told you that there is a there is not finalized in this area. Its debate is going on still. Uh, my thought is here is only is that intelligence is, according to me, I'm also exploring. I still I don't have any idea. This is, it is innate, is that everybody is agreeing that there is an innate thing. If the exposure come, it will grow, but and make an our continuous experience and everything can improve it in some level. But intelligence, I don't think. Some skill and intelligence is different. I will tell you in a such a way. If somebody don't have the verbal intelligence, they can practice and make a skill on it, and even some good speech they can make a good speech. The skill is different, but intelligence is different. So I don't know. I'm frankly telling, I don't know whether if somebody have less intelligence, whether they are improvable or can develop new. I don't know as such, but majority will be there in human character. Majority will be there only regarding small changes. Our practice and our exposure will create change, and that is possible actually. Modification means improvement, growth. That is possible. That everybody are agreeing with the same point. That is, it is possible to increase, but I don't know
Yes.
how much. I don't know. Okay. So I think the two things you have to remember from this class. One is that the regarding intelligence, and I talked about the physiology of uh, memory and brain, that regarding the synapse, how you are going to create. I think these are the two important things, the process regarding the learning. And I already talked about the curiosity. So curiosity is based on the your intelligence or genetical or environment factor will come. And another one is once you start learning, that means learning and knowledge and learning this curve, this circulation that or cycle. If it is the cycle started, automatically all other things will join. The knowledge will lead you to another kind of learning. Another kind of learning will create new kind of knowledge. But one thing I can assure you, this memorizing will not create any change in this any area. Only once you learn, and if it is converted into knowledge, it was first one time it happened, it will naturally, it will start, because your brain cannot stop you. Even you feel that I want to stop learning. No, once you enter that cycling, learning knowledge, this cycle, and your brain or you cannot stop it. Definitely it will start new opening, new things will come continuously.
If you're reading a book or story, you would have a curiosity to know what's going to be next. So, in like that way, could we connect that to the learning process? Like, if we are learning a thing, we should have the curiosity to learn more, right? So, is that too related?
Yeah, definitely. That's a curiosity. But what will happen naturally in our schools or in a textbook? It will stop there. You will not go further. But now you have the opportunity, internet and everything, go into it. Because my suggestion is, we need to, your brain should learn this process. Your brain should realize, not you, not like our knowing brain. The brain should know this process of exploring, and once it started exploring, you got something new. Again, it will create a new opening for a new learning. So the cycle, I am talking about the cycle. Once the cycle is started, then it will go on. So the problem is the curiosity will end there. You will not go further. Further, if you have not gone, then it will end there. It will not go. So there is another chemical. I forget the name of that chemical. It will happen when you each and every curiosity comes. Dopamine or something like that. I forget that name. A word with D. That chemical will happen in your neuron, and you will get enjoyment. Again, it will come back. There is another regarding the physiology of this thing. So uh, you should go behind the curiosity. That is very important. And earlier there was no chance for to go, because in my Satishi and me and our childhood there is no chances. If your curiosity, it will end on textbook. But now you have more opportunities are the net and everything. So you have to go, and it will help to understand a little bit more. Anything more, Sadhji?
No, I think Avinash, what he was asking, I think what I got a different angle is, why will you get interest in a specific area? Because sometimes some people will get some natural interest in some specific areas, because some people are interested in physics and some people are interested in maths. That is, as you said, could be innate. But apart from that, why should someone get interest in some area? So I think that's a question which is sleeping underneath the question what Avinash has asked. So I want to Vinod can give his answer, but I just want to tell that the curiosity comes when your knowledge matters to the world. Okay, when your knowledge is only one which reflects in your answer sheet. If you bring everything into that if I learn this, I get knowledge, then I get better marks. If it is only that, I think there's a limit up to which you can have curiosity. So only your innate curiosity will be there. But if your knowledge matters, for example, if you are building a small waste management system for the 50 houses around you, once you start building, then every day, if that whole 50 houses are running based on that system, if every problem comes, they will call you, then you have to solve it. Then you will learn the chemistry, physics, biology of it, right? Or the 50 houses, the people will teach you the physiology because you promised them. Or if you start doing bike mechanic as a passion, let us assume, once you open up the bike, then it becomes a physical necessity to assemble it. Right? Or then in the process you will learn. So once you start engaging in some activities, so that will automatically trigger an interest and curiosity. And as Vinod told, it will start from one, then it will go to next topic, next topic, next topic, next topic, and another kind of stuff. So that is why I think many people in their later parts of their life, they realize they get into new passions. See, much later part, because they realize that if I build knowledge in this, I can affect the world like this, I can influence the world like this. So if your whole motive for learning is only some marks, then there is a problem.